Alright. Alright, who we going for first? I want to go here. The quest to Kazam will be available once you've completed this quest, is beginning with the approachable pillar. Yeah, because I want to see the place where I'm going to probably spend time crafting and gathering things. Probably craft. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, the reach Yorko Paka, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn. Then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to it. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'll be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. Oh. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend. And meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at Expo. It's all been arranged. Wait. Oh! Quests have appeared. What are you? A new... That's the one. You there! You are Ron Stoppable, are you not? The adventurer from across the water who has been lending the third promise his strength? Then well met, to tell the truth. I have been meaning to make your acquaintance for some time. I have a proposition for you. You are familiar with the Aurorsian hunts, yes? We have something very similar here in Totoro. And, having heard much of your philanthropic spirit, not to mention your captivity for violence, we should very much like to recruit you to our cause. If you're interested, speak with my associate, Bo Oga. The Expro is the master of the hunt. And administrators to the bills of the square overlooking the port. Tell him the Wing of Protection recommends you. It should be over here, right? Yeah, over here. Ooh, there's side quest. We got some side quests. What's that? Oh, what's that one? Sights to the wall. Okay. There's a couple quests here. Wait a sec. Wait, yeah. A couple quests here. What do we have here? Your posture could use some work, but you got good eyes. Eyes that have seen a few things. You here to sign up? The Wings of Perfection recommended you, do they? Well, we're always on the lookout for new hunters, and if you're good enough for you're good enough for us. Pleasure to have you with us, Ronald. Suppose I should get down to the introductions, or maybe I don't need to. This whole idea came from your side of the sea, after all. It was Kuana who showed us your ways. Either way, I'll keep it brief. Our hunts work much the same way they do in Eorzea. We put a bounty on these beasts that prove themselves an enemy of the people. You kill them and bring us back the proof. You get the reward. While your reputation may precede you, rules are rules, and the rule is I have to test every hopeful out on beginner bills. Can't have every youngling with nothing to his name but a plush and the dream of glory skipping merrily away to his doom. Prove yourself in Tural, and I'll give you some bigger, mightier fish to fry. Sure. As it should be. Dawn hunts now accessible. You know, to take beginner hunts, defeat the monsters. It's all the same. New quest intermediate dawn hunt mark bills will become available. on reaching level 94. What do you got? 3 sacks of nuts. Yeah. Which means now we have access to the Wild Ride Barding. Materials. New material. Fascinating. I'll get this straight. I got the cat. I got the kitty. Come in. Fish. Wait. Yeah. Oh. Oh, look at the kitty. Also, look at the fur. Look how detailed the fur is. Is that a capybara? No? What else? Oh, yeah, the barding. I wanted to. Where is Japan? Wild Ride. I see a few quests about. You know what? No. Here's what we'll do. I'm gonna do the quest. I'm gonna do the story right now. Alright? And then tomorrow. I'll do. We'll switch it up and do honestly I wanna level up Viper and see how it works. I can figure out how to where to put the buttons, cause jeez. Cause the problem is that the problem with that job is it's just there's too many interconnected things and I'm just like, what is happening? Yeah, we'll level Viper tomorrow, and also work on side quests here. We'll do an hour switch, or at least may I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca. Uh-oh. Allow. These animals can traverse alpacas' steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yuk Tyrol. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern lands have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack of beasts in a place which ill suits its qualities, and where it is not needed anyway? But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and a bit naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you could imagine. Well, that's what you get. Hey, they like to ride. Those bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. Well, so was my information useful to you? Yes. Very helpful, even if it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good. I'll take my payment now. You want me to? I guess I should have expected much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. A Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade. As you should know, they take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. Like a business? There you go. A fair price for your fair advice. Yes, I made a trade with the promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I shall be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. If you go then, and thank you. I better not get spit on again. You bought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. Yep. Finally, somebody told her. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need the right alpacas to reach Pacha, then that's what we'll do. I mean, I have several mounts that I can just use. Here we go. Oh.
Raleigh poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha, the 100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty.
Look at the grass.
Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Oh, cool.
So this is Urkopacha.
There we go.
I've actually been here before.
Finally, we have a name. Urkopacha. Urkopacha.
The air is so crisp and clear.
Mountains everywhere you look.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som Al.
That is Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in Yogg-Tural. Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wook Lammat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places. But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watrunpelo.
Oh, truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty. A spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels. Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
I gather from his tale we would be foolish to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
The note to self:
Yes.
don't drink anything.
They do more than run the markets in Tuliola. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Watch un Pelos down the path! Off the main road! Don't get lost!
It's right there.
Oh, it's like right. It literally is right there. Oh, check out my chocobo. Oh my god. No. What? What is? Sorry, are we going? We going to the Wild West or something over here? You going to the saloon, Rufus? Is that what's going on? You got a showdown at like high noon or something? Jeez, this house. Oh my goodness, this house. This is it, Wacapello, home of the Pelopello. Waclamont should have arrived before us. And she's being swept up. That's not good. You come all this way for the rite of session? Oh, so that means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant? Please, the outcome is far from decided, but it is a possibility. How fortunate then that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes? Finery for our finest lady. That's right, come through, Paramus. My well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Goodness, lady. Sound of that. So what was that about not being charmed? Apparently. Hey, just me, Rainbow. Alright, I suppose a quick look wouldn't hurt. What did we just talk about? Oh my goodness. Caravera, what did you... I'm good. Ah, a Shatorna from far off Exotora? Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I cannot imagine how you survived them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No thank you. I'm not in need of new clothes at the moment. And neither is the Third Promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, of course. My shop door is always open. Yeah. Yeah, you can unlock the new ones. Viper is a new DAW, and New Gridania has the Pictomancer job. I already have the Viper unlocked. I can show you. You were saying something about not being easily charmed? I was just... as I mentioned previously, the Palo people will live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of phrase, and unwitting customers like Wook Lamont fall prey to this a federal approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. Oh, good. Valuable insight into the minds of the Palo. Let us all take Aaronville's word of caution to heart. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, bro. I think you're the one that needs to take it to heart the most. Anyway. Yeah, I already have Viper all locked. I haven't done Pictomancer though. It's an interesting job. The only problem, I have no idea how it really works, but I'll be dealing with it tomorrow though. Right now, I just want to see how far in the story I can get today. Plus, I have to learn how Monk works again fully. Not my finest moment, element. But now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy then. Brown, Alice, and I will speak with the merchants. Wooklem, you and Aaronville might try approaching travelers and passerbys. Yeah. Ronald, pray investigate any of the other establishments which catch your eye. Should we learn aught of use, let us relay it to the third promise. Yeah, good. More side quests are being opened up. Good. Huh. I might choke about that. Look at that! What is happening here? What is? Oh, that's the wolf barding. Oh boy. The Dawn Servant Selector. Oh, I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of secession? I take it. Me, I don't much care who sits the throne, as long as they keep Toral peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying. If you know what I mean. We know it. Would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy double, I'd say. No thank you. I can't afford to drink right now. Oh, right, yes. You were asking about that Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Toby, could possibly tell you more about it. You guys got tacos? Tacos? Where's the tacos, guys? Tacos? I'm going off the trail. I'm getting tacos. I'm gonna find them tacos. You think I'm joking, but I'm not. And look no further. Well, I'll need to add your name to the registry. There you go. Purchase items. I have 30. Oh wait, I have 900 of these in the bag. Okay. Oh, these are not. What do you think they are? Electors. Oh yes, I heard all about the rite of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zora Jah. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources, more customers, and then the 1,000 columns, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? Please just answer the question. No, I would not. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the elect. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you're not. You're no supporter of Zora or his policies. Expansion normally means that normally is which is bad sometimes. I'm pleased to report that my stall is open for business, so I do not accept pale or gill. Bi-color gemstones are most welcome. Yeah, okay. So I found this. Alpaca fillet. Oh, so that's another fun thing we can do too. We're gonna have to do whatchamacallits once again. Anyway, let me activate this. Where is it? We kind of just skipped right past it. Cause oh. Oops. By the way, I was talking about side quests. The reason you want to do side quests, honestly, in zones, is because some of the current ether currents are locked behind them. I need to go here real quick. Yep, there it is. Thank you for playing. The following redeem log station. Thank you. Where are these? Oh yeah, the Heidelin idol. The closed is a wind up sedating minion. Oh. The Mountain Zoo. Where is it? Where is it? Okay. This subspecies of the monstrous zoo is known to inhabit the mountain region of the Near East. Seeking to tame the ill-tempered bird, Hannish alchemists fed it a specially concocted brew, which had the desired effect while causing the creature to give off a refreshing citrus or aroma. So in other words, you fed it Mountain Dew and it just started to smell like it. Great. I'm gonna smell like Mountain Dew. Great. My favorite. I'm so glad. I'm happy. Oh. Actually, kind of like the scent of Mountain Dew. It's just I can't drink it anymore because it's just. Ugh. I don't drink soda much anymore, so I cut it out. I just drink coffee until my eyes start to turn all crazy like, and it's like, wow, look at all the caffeine I'm on now. Hello there, I'm Melbu. Did you have a question for me? Mm-hmm. Sorry, I don't know about any electors. You should take a moment to see our prize alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you. And that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Probably. But the head rancher was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes a mistake without totally noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Why are we all just hanging out here? Are we just hanging out here because we like alpacas? Is this what this is? Or is there something going on here? I'm scared. Oh. Poor Zoo. You can't even fly yet. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezc and a sack of blankets. And then there was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Toblai is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share where this head of hers is to be found. Really? He's also the head rancher? Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Maybe we should wait till the others return. Watch the spinning zoo! Getting all the Mountain Dew smell everywhere! Yay! So... That's a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. I bet you that's the challenge. You're gonna have to roam through this whole place. Huh? Excuse me. Is one of these workers Tobley? Tobley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobley often mentions his favorite pungent subject. You also can't resist a profitable trade, though. Who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. So, it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tumbly a deal he can't ignore. Eliminate. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tumbly. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great. We can meet back here to share our impressions. Okay, now I know what's going on in this branch. Yeah, it's people. Well, I'll say I'm not Total. I mean, oops, I shouldn't have said that. You meant to find out for yourself who it is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. You better be here, because that's the rule. You think I might be... Ah, nail, maybe I am. Well, I will say... Well, all I will say is that in this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Yes, that's me. Can work for the third promise in our entourage. Shall we commence the ritual of succession now? I don't think that's him. He be diligent area. Ritual from across the fall. If I'm not mistaken, be warned, the alpacas will spit. If you startle them, I suggest you keep your movement slow and deliberate. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. The diligent one. Because he never said any names or anything. The worker so intent on stable chores. I have my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. We know it's you, Toei. And to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I'll gladly accept. As you correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobly, head ledger of Wacapello, and head rancher of the family ranch. I'm also one of Goro Jaja's chosen electors. And a place featured in the Toiloyol saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust in your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out fair and square, totally. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity that her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dunservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobly, is to be found here.
You're gonna have to find him.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobly. That's part of the test.
You're Dobley.
What?
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawn Servant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Oh no. Oh no.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't
Yeah.
sound like much of a challenge.
Unless he provokes them purposely.
Bring out the example!
The example! Oh god, it's gonna be a raging one alpaca, isn't it?
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal?
How about...
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said.
No, it's designed to be feared. It's meant to be feared by the gods themselves. Dodge. You son of-
Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't...
I think it's her sensitivity of smell that...
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Wild valley braid like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
Yes.
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Oh no.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
There's a moral here, but I don't know how to explain it very
As
well.
I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge.
Oh. So this also could have nothing to do with anything, and it's just this is just his sick. This is
And when
totally
you reach the
sick
end of the
twistedness.
I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Is that snow? Is it snow?
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
Aww. How sad I am. Why am I sad?
But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
They're more than that. I think that's what it's trying. I think that's the lesson. They're more than just animals that you should respect.
Are you all right, or Clement?
They're part of all
I thought
this.
we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Did you find the Elector?
Yeah.
Oh, we certainly did.
I had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. No! Hey, I saw that look. Oh. The Feet of Gold. As what Clement helped demonstrate, the Valley of Hackers are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one would not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. You're gonna have to pay for it. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, then you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel in the thousands column. Oh! Do you know how it says thousands column? That means it's like, when they say column, it means column in like numbers, which is like one would be the 1 column, 10 would be the 10 column, the 100 would be the 100 column, and then 1,000 would be 1,000 column. So in other words, 10,000 pel. Yep, you mean 10,000 pel? I don't want that kind of coin. Converting to guild, that comes to around 1 million or so. Yeah, if we all pitch in. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case. That basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel in the hundreds column. 100 pel. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for even more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. Oh, a nice say so, but you think I can turn 100 pel into 1 million? That's 10,000 times more. That's not math. We need 10,000 pel, not 1 million. So we So we're looking at 100 times more. Yeah. If we convert it to gil, it's 1,000,000. Alright, I panicked and got it confused with Alphino's 1,000,000 gil. I mean, we could just skip all this. I've got 9 mil in the, no, I have 6 mil in a retainer. I can just pull a mil and y'all have to pay me back later. And I mean, pay me back. I'm not so sure about this training idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Mayblu. I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler, his profession. It's alright if I end him now, yes? I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Wuk Lamat goes alone to capture the hare alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whoever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle then. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mayblu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. But with Mayblu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend to the alpacas. Gladly, although, Ronald, I think you should go with Wuk Lamat. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. Not really. Do you see how fast I've spent gil? Well, you guys, well, they haven't seen me spend gil, but trust me. In that case, you should also go into the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing. But I'll leave the wool with Ronald anyway. The better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest try trading the wool to Havley, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, but it'll give us an idea how much he'll accept for his wares. This sounds crazy. I would like to fight something now. We haven't fought anything in this area. Something I can do for you? Become the bargain. Sorry. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? With this basket of fine alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Alright, this would barely cover the cost for a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. Leather. Now what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you've got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us. A third promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. 5,000. That's how they get you. Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer has changed. The saddle is going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years. That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business prosper. Saral Jaral will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Wow. Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace. The peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Yeah, but you know what? Peace will keep you alive. That's a little more important. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these pray for your victory, Waklamant. The younger ones, though, to them, strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still, others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future. The second promise envisions. They've become obsessed with innovations like the liberals that have made trade swift and easy. I could accept that. Innovation is great. If it's done right, of course. Then you have those like Havley, convinced that the first promise is planned for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. What about the Chosen? But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I have mesmerized the accounts of what it was like when Yokora ruled our village. That's why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the typical mezcal the saddle maker wants is so very expensive. Aren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed. We just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of tutorial on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. I think we've heard someone. Of course, the Weaver. Boknuk was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed to my vision, and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to that road where we first met him. Are we allowed to do that? I thought we had to do everything within the village, and we can go out it.